Most contractors think they need to buy leads to grow, but that thinking is actually what's holding them back. The ones landing high ticket jobs in 2025, they stopped buying leads altogether. I'm Joseph, founder of Advise. We help contractors rank higher on Google, get found locally, and attract serious clients without chasing cold leads or relying on lead platforms. Now, in this video, I'm breaking down why buying leads keeps you stuck and what the best contractors are doing instead. So section 1, why buying leads keeps you trapped. Leads are shared with multiple contractors. If you're having to compete with 5 other contractors for the same job, the likelihood of you getting it is very slim, especially if you look like every other contractor and there's nothing that sets you apart. To you, you're just another number. You're just another person on the list. So you can't really expect much to come from that. And then race to call first, lower your price, or follow up endlessly. Again, when you're having to compete with other contractors, just race to the bottom on who can be the cheapest price. It's no longer about quality. It's just who can do whatever it takes in order to get that job. A lot of the time, by the time you get to these people, they've already decided to go with someone else anyways. There's no control, no brand building, and no momentum. So with you just being another number on the list, there's nothing that sets you apart from these other contractors. They don't get to know who you are. They don't get to learn what you're about. They don't get to figure out who you are as a brand just because you're just another number on that list. And then when you stop paying, the pipeline disappears, which means you're renting attention and you're not really building anything of much value. And then you're paying someone else to own the customer relationship. So kind of like I just mentioned, there's nothing that sets you apart from anyone else. They don't get to know your brand. They don't get to know who you're about. So there's not really any reason for them to want to go with you versus someone else unless you're a cheaper price. People who are always looking for the cheapest contractors aren't the people you want to get in front of anyways. So section 2, how successful contractors are doing it differently. When a property owner or a homeowner needs a service, they're going to go on Google and they're going to search for contractors in the area that can fulfill that service. And if you're not showing up on Google, then you're not going to get the job. Google Business Profile ranks in the map pack. If your Google Business Profile isn't showing up in these local searches, again, you're not going to be getting any calls. You're not visible. You're pretty much irrelevant. Website ranks for specific services in your service area. So for every service that you provide, you want to make sure you have a specific page for that service in every city that you offer it. Review photos and content builds trust before the first call. So if you have a bunch of reviews on your Google Business Profile online saying how good you are and how good of a contractor you are, that's really going to set you apart from everyone else and give people a reason to call you. And if you have a bunch of photos where they can see before, after work, pictures of your crew, just the process of you doing the service, that's really going to help them visualize what it would actually look like for them, which is going to be another reason I want to call you because they get to see the quality of your work. And then content builds trust before the first call. So if you're constantly putting out content related to what these people are searching, you're providing tons of value, you're showing Google that you're relevant, and that will help you show up in these searches. And then when this is done, the client already knows the contractor by the time they reach out. They've gone online, they've done the research, they see how you're different than everyone else. You're not just in another lead pool, just like you are with these other lead platforms like Angie's Home Tax Time Advisor. They actually get to see how you're different, and that's why they give you a call. They're pretty much already ready to move forward with you by the time they give you a call. Section 3, the system that gets these results. Google Business Profile Optimization. You want to make sure you choose the right category so you actually show up in relevant searches. Geotag photos. This is going to let Google know where a photo was taken, and this is going to help you rank in those specific areas. Keyword-rich descriptions, both for your Google Business Profile, just describing who you are as a business, what you do, what services you provide, but also making sure you're providing the right descriptions for every service that you do provide. And then weekly posts, just show Google that you are active and a relevant choice to actually show up in these results. Make sure you're writing keyword-rich weekly post. The review replies. You want to make sure you're replying to both positive and negative reviews to enhance business reputation and build trust with potential clients. So again, by the time they reach out to you, they know you're a trusted person, a trusted contractor in the space. Then website optimization. You want to make sure your website is set up properly to where when people come to your site, they don't bounce and they actually convert. You want to make sure they have an amazing user experience. It's easy for them to find what they're looking for. Dedicated service pages plus location pages. So for every service that you offer, you want to make sure you have a specific page for every city that you offer that service. Then mobile first design, internal linking, and fast site speed. Again, you want to make sure it's easy for people to navigate through your site, make sure it loads fast, and they have a great user experience. Then authority content plus link building. Blogs, local citations, and backlinks. Now, the blogs is going to be based on informational, transactional, navigation, commercial-based content. But basically, with blogs, you want to make sure you're addressing key questions and concerns that people may be searching in the search bar so that you actually show up for these services and show Google that you're a trusted expert in the space. Then local citations. This is getting your business name, address, phone number consistent across various online platforms. And this is going to help Google verify your business legitimacy and relevance in local searches. And then backlinks. This is getting links from other websites pointing back to yours. Links from authoritative websites vouch for your credibility, and this helps with your authority and relevance on Google. So pretty much to recap everything, buying leads is short-term thinking. You're paying for attention you don't own, and SEO builds your brand, builds trust, and builds a lead engine that works even when you don't. So if you got value from this, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.